Hiya guys, so a lot of you have been asking me what are the best perks in DBD for Survivor, asking me about your builds and what perks you can run to make your build better. So I thought I'll just put a quick video of explaining some of the best perks that I think are in DBD for Survivor. I'm going to go over 16 perks today that I think can be introduced into like any build really, or make your average survivor perform a little bit better. So the first one is going to be a staple. It's going to be adrenaline. Meg Thomas perk. Instantly heal 1 health state and sprint at 150% of your normal running speed for 5 seconds when the exit gates are powered. Not opened, powered. Adrenaline is on hold if you are disabled at the moment, should take effect and still activate when freed. So if you're on a hook, you get off the hook, adrenaline will pop in and heal you 1 health state. So that could be very clutch end game, and a lot of people do find this helps them escape a lot of the time, giving them that extra speed boost, and that extra health state comes in handy, I can tell you. So adrenaline. Number 2, we got off the record. This is a Zarina perk. Once you unhooked or escape from the hook, off the record activates for 80 seconds. This perk is, its effects are disabled once the exit gates are powered, so bear that in mind. While off the record is activated, your aura will not be shown to the killer. Grunts of pain caused by injuries reduced by 100%. You'll have no grunts of pain, and then no grunts of pain sound. Then you gain endurance status effects, which is good. So like the old Iron Will used to reduce injury noises by 100%, but now it doesn't. This is a good replacement for Iron Will if you're being unhooked and you want to get away, especially if you're being camped or tunneled. This could be an anti-tunnel, anti-camp perk. And another anti-tunnel, anti-camp perk would be Deliverance. An Adam Francis perk. After performing a safe hook rescue on another survivor, so it has to be a safe hook rescue, keep that in mind. Now have a 100% chance of unhooking yourself during an escape attempt. A successful deliverance from the hook triggers the broken status for 60 seconds, so keep that in mind if you're trying to heal. And a lot of people use this when they're being camped to save time for the teammates on gens. So you can go to like 99 in your hook stage and then get off last second and run away. Could duel this up with some other perks to give you some value as you get off the hook. So Deliverance is a top tier S tier perk in my opinion, and a lot of people run it, especially if you've got TTV in that name and you want to get anti-camped or anti-tunneled. Deliverance might be the perk for you. Then we got Reassurance. This is a Rebecca Chambers perk. So when within a 6-meter radius around a hook survivor, use the active ability button 2. So depending on what you're playing on, pause the struggle progression for 30 seconds. So if your teammate's being camped, you can actually get close enough, press the button 2, and it will pause this struggle state for 60 seconds, buying you more time. And I believe it stacks, so if 2 people are running reassurance, that is a minute on the hook. You can save your teammate from getting camped. So very good anti-camp perk there from Rebecca Chambers. Second build, so got made for this Gabriel Soma perk. So this only activates when you're in an injured state, but when you're in the injured state, you run 3% faster. After you finish healing another survivor, gain the endurance status for 10 seconds. So this is going to help you looping when injured, and it's going to give you that extra 3%. It's actually quite a bit when you're being chased by the killer. It does come in clutch, and it'll help you get to that next tile, that next part, that next vault, and you will see 3% actually makes a lot of difference. And I see this in a lot of builds, especially people who are looking to loop the killer and save time for their teammates. So 100% check out Made for this. If you haven't got Gabriel Soma, it might be worth it just for this perk. And then we got the Arena perk. This is doing the rounds at the minute with For the People buckle up combos, and there's other perks of people running with this, but For the People is only active at full health, so you have to be a healthy survivor. Press the active ability button 1, so depending on what console you're on or PC, while healing another survivor without a medkit, with your hands, to instantly heal them from dying to injured or from injured to healthy. So they instantly gain a health state. You become injured and receive the broken status for 60 seconds. So bear that in mind, because I have seen people plot twisting out of this and not healing because they're plot twisting too early. You want to make sure that that broken status is gone before you plot twist or you go seek a heal off someone else. But you'll see For the People and buckle up running quite a lot lately, and it's quite tasty. Then we got Windows of Opportunity. Everybody knows what Windows of Opportunity is. Kate Denson perk. Unlock potential when aura reading ability. Auras of pallets. Breakable walls, vault location are revealed to you when within 32 meters. Obviously these are all purple, so bear in mind yellow and greens might be a bit different. But if you run in these, you're going to want to get the purples, obviously. So you see the vault locations, you see pallets. This again is good for looping. If you're a competent looper, this could get you loads of time for your teammates and doing gens. And Windows of Opportunity, knowing where the pallets are, knowing where the vaults are, doubled up with other perks like Lithe, they could come in really clutch. You'll find yourself escaping chases more often. So 100% Windows of Opportunity is one of my favourite perks at the moment. Then we got Sprint Burst, Meg Thomas perk. When starting to run, break into a sprint at 150% of your normal running speed for a maximum of 3 seconds. This causes exhausted starters for 40 seconds, but 150% speed increase for 3 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, but it gets you a lot of distance between you and the killer, which could mean escapes or escapes from chases, or that means you can get to that next loop in time without them getting injured. So a lot of people 99 this sprint burst, you'll get better as you go along with it. A lot of people walk around too much, but don't be afraid to use it early game because it does come back, and keep that in mind. Sprint burst, like Thomas. What else we got? So we got Unbreakable, a rare bill perk. So past battles have taught you one or two things about survival. Grants the ability to fully recover from the dying state once per trial. So once per trial, increases dying recovery speed by 35%. So this does come in clutch, especially if you get a killer that's slugging a lot. There's an anti-slug perk, and if you're running on someone that's like not expected, like if you running Bill, it might be expected, but if you're running it on like Nia or a Bang, for example, they may not expect you to have Unbreakable, and this does put the killer off slugging. So like just this perk being around makes like killers think twice about slugging. So if you do find you getting slugged a lot, Unbreakable is the perk for you. Then we got Prove Thyself. This is a Dwight Fairfield perk. For every other survivor working on a generator within a 4-meter range, gain 10% repairs bonus speed. The same bonus is also applied to all survivors within range. So this doesn't mean you have to be on the gen, you just have to be in proximity of the gen. So if there is a 3-man gen and you can't get on it, or a 2-man gen you can't get on it, but you've got Prove Thyself, just linger around in proximity and they will get the 10% repair speed bonus. And perk twinned up with other perks and toolboxes and stuff, Prove Thyself could mean very fast gen progress. So this is like one of my favorite perks at the minute as well, especially if you're doing survive with friends. You can like you can make this happen really easily, either if you're not doing like a solo queue, but if you're doing a survive with friends and you can like get your team together on a gen, Prove Thyself is a very good perk to get that gen speed. Then we got Kindred. This is just a rare perk in general. This unlocks one's aura reading ability when you are on the hook. All survivors are revealed to all other survivors if the killer is in 16-meter range when the killer aura is revealed to all other survivors. While a survivor, other news on the hook, all other survivors are revealed to you. If the killer is within a 60-meter range of the hook survivor, the killer's aura is revealed to you. So basically, if the killer is camping or is in a proximity of 60 meters to that hook survivor, the other survivors again information on his whereabouts, and it's a really good aura reading, and it stops killers from camping. So yeah, in camp, this will tell you that the survivors, if the killer's gone out of range and they can get a safe unhook, this is key information for unhooking for your teammates. So Kindred, and then we got Hope, another rare perk. The growing odds of a successful escape will fill you with hope, giving you wings. As soon as the exit gates are powered, you gain a 7% haste status. And a lot of people pair this up with Sprint Burst as well. So a 7% haste status to get to the exit gates is coming clutch. Obviously, you can run to the exit gate, get them open as fast as possible, and this gives you more time to get out and reorganize your team. By the time your team gets to the exit gate, you should be halfway through it, and you could be the savior of the team. You could be the reason your team gets out with hope. So that's very good. So now we've got the last 4 I want to talk about are on, I think they're on Ace. Have a look. Got these 4 perks. Okay. So Deja Vu. The auras of 3 generators which are in close proximity to another are revealed to you, and you gain a 6% repair speed bonus on the revealed generators. So one of the worst things that could happen to you endgame is that you get 3 gen'd, and if you're using this perk, you can see the aura of the 3 gens closest together, and then if you always go for the middle gen, every time this, like the middle gen gets repaired, you'll still see the aura of the closest gens, but they'll get gradually further and further apart, and that will prevent you from getting 3 gen'd at the end. And we all know how hard it is to get out when you get 3 gen'd. And the gain 6% repair speed bonus on the reveal generators. That's a hell of a speed increase. Perked up with Prove Thyself and some toolboxes, you could get silly speed on these repair generators, and you could gen rush and get the exit gates open really quickly. So this could be really bad news for the killer if someone's running Deja Vu and Prove Thyself and you got a toolbox team. So Deja Vu is something I'm going to start running myself. So, and that is that. So we got a rare Jeff Johnson perk. This is Distortion. You start the child with 3 tokens, so you get 3 tokens. When your aura would be shown to the killer, perk activates and the token is consumed for the next 10 seconds while the perk is activated. Your aura and scratch marks will not be shown to the killer. This perk does not activate when you are in a dying state. So there's 2 ways you can use this perk. One, you could just be stealthy. When it goes off, carry on what you're doing. Or 2, you could... if you're on a generator, for example, with another teammate, you could tell them, oh, he's got barbecue, he's got this, he's got that, we've been seen. And you could both run different ways, and you won't have any scratch marks. So you could run to a gen, and they can go run for cover. This is a very good informational perk if you use it right, and it stops the killer from seeing you, which is really good. And that's 3 times in the game, so... that's good for like the first 3 hooks if they got barbecue, for example. And then you gain a token for each 30 seconds spent inside the killer's terror radius. So you can get tokens back as well. Then we have Life. A rare Fangmin perk. After performing a rushed vault, break into a speed at 150% of your normal running speed for a maximum of 3 seconds. Pose exhausted status for 40 seconds. So keep that in mind if you're running other exhaustion perks. But after performing a fast vault, you run at 150% speed. So again, getting distance from the killer. A lot of people double this up with windows of opportunity, and just be, like I said, be aware if you're running other exhaustion perks. But again, that gives you distance away from the killer, helps you with chases, gets you to the next tile, gets you to the next pallet, wherever, gets you health states. So And then renewal. That was a fang min. I don't know if I said that. Renewal. When you have healed other survivors with the equivalent of 1 health state, renewal activates. If you are already affected by the broken status, renewal does not activate. While renewal is activated, the next time you were unhooked or unhooked yourself, you are affected by the broken status. After a total of duration of 20 seconds, renewal automatically heals you from injured to healthy. So your teammate can unhook you. Don't have to worry about healing you. You could run one way, he could run the other way. You will heal after 20 seconds and they could already be on a gen, or you could be on a gen and not worry about healing. So renewal is something to keep in mind if you find yourself getting hooked a lot. You don't want to, because healing takes quite a lot of time if you haven't got other perks on, and this could come in clutch. Especially if you've got like borrowed time. So someone unhooks you with borrowed time and you've got an extra so many seconds before you get hit, and then you're healed. So this is a very good perk. So keep these perks in mind if you want to up your survivor game. And this is for everyone who's been asking me what are the best perks for surviving DBD. So thank you for watching, and let's get on with the streamers, eh?